What is up, guys? I am your host, MaineMania, and welcome back to another NineCast. I got the lights low and my spirits high, and I just got home. You know, why do girls like to mess with me? Girls make me so mad sometimes. Why y'all play so damn much? I can't even warm things up. I got so much to talk about tonight. I can't even warm things up. We jumping straight into the dating corner. So, I don't understand why, but it's like girls keep messing with me when I go out with my boys, right? I got these two Spanish friends. I'm going to just call them my Spanish friends for argument's sake. I don't like to use names and stuff like that when I talk about things in my content. But I hung out with my two Spanish friends tonight, and well, you know what? Let's start with the last time we hung out, right? I actually told this story during my Squash Nintendo series. So now you guys finally get to hear the shit, okay? So we went out, me and my boys went out in the fall, right? Me and my two Spanish friends, we went out in the fall, and my boy saw this girl that he was feeling. Really pretty slim thing, dark, long brunette hair, very, very, very pretty girl. He's buying her drinks all night, and she's dancing with him and everything, but she keeps making eye contact with me. And I knew. You know how girls give you that look? I knew. I just freaking knew what was gonna happen. Night goes on, she's dancing with him. He's been buying her drinks all night. The lights come on, and my boy asked for her phone number. She was like, "Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet." She looks to my other friend, not the guy she was dancing with. She looks at him, and she was like, "You seem like a really nice guy." And then she looks at the dude she was dancing with all night, and she's like, "And you are such a sweetheart." But then she walks up to me, and she caresses my face. Now, if you guys know me, I do not like when people touch my face. I get like, psst, back up, too close, you too close. But she caresses my face so softly, and she was like, "But you're just gorgeous. I want to go home with you tonight." And my boys are going crazy. They're like, "Oh, shit. Yo, Maine strikes again. Maine did it again." And I'm like, whoa, calm down. Like, as much as, like, I was flattered, and I'm not going to lie, the way she touched my face, oh, my God. Like, I'm not even trying to lie. The way she touched my face, I fell in love with the chick. She caressed my face so damn soft. Oh my goodness, she must use oil of Olay lotion. That's all I know. All I know, she had the softest hands ever. And the way she took both hands and just rubbed them down the sides of my face and said, "But you're gorgeous. I want to go home with you tonight." I was ready to be like, "Let's go. Where's my car at? Hold up. You got my keys? Bartender, close out my tab. Please. Please, bartender, close my shit out immediately." That's how I felt inside, but that's just not who I am. It was not who I am. I was mad. I was legit mad. Like, my boy bought her drinks all night. At least 3 rounds. You feel me? And drinks ain't cheap. $12, $13 a drink. He done spent, $40+ on the chick. Like, my boys are hyping it up and laughing, but I was legit mad at her. And she was freaking beautiful. She was pretty as fuck. She looked like she came straight out of Italy. Straight out of Italy. But my thing is, like, how you gonna use my boy for free drinks all night and then try to leave with his boy? Yo, I'm not with that. Like, I can't do stuff like that. That's not in my DNA. I know some dudes is like, "Oh, psh, F that. Sorry, fam. She picked me." That's just not my style. And like I said, I'm going to be real. I'm going to be real, son. The way she touched my face, I believed her. She made me a believer. I was ready to say yes. Yes, queen, yes. I was ready to say yes, but like, that's just not me. Couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. Well, tonight is the first night that I've hung out with these two Spanish guys since then. You know, winter came, things got busy. You know, people be trying to be boo-booed up for the winter, or they, you know, go into hibernation because they think they're bears or some shit. But you know, it was getting warm outside again, and they wanted to hang out, so they said they was coming down to my neighborhood, and they told me to meet them out. I said, all right. So, the same thing didn't happen, but I go out tonight with them, and not for nothing, I haven't really been out too much, you know, like I mentioned in the last episode, you know, I haven't been drinking. I'm trying not to drink till Cinco de Mayo, and I started a new job, and, you know, I've been so busy and tired, and I'm working on so much of my content, and it's like I'm always working. I feel like I'm working 60, 70 hours a week. So I really haven't really been going out too much, you know. I've been doing a lot of things. But I decided I'm going to meet them out. I see them. It's so much love when I see them. The energy is crazy. They're mad hyped to see me. We talking, we dapping it up, all of that. And, you know, we dancing. The DJ's playing like a lot of EDM music, you know. And I like EDM, but I can't hear that shit all night. Like, I can listen to a couple of songs and rock out. But after like that fourth or fifth song, I'll be like, fam, you better play some hip hop or some reggae or something, because you're killing my mood right now. But we listening to the music and we rocking out, and this blonde girl comes up to me and like tries to dance with me. So, you know, I'm like trying to like, I just got there. You know, I just got there. I'm not really like warmed up yet to the environment, if you want to call it that. I'm not really warmed up yet. But this blonde girl's trying to dance with me, and it's my two boys and one of their homegirls. And, you know, the four of us are dancing and just, you know, rocking out to the music. And this blonde girl tries to, like, come into our circle and basically cut me off from them to dance with me. So I'm, like, laughing. And all my boys are like, oh, Maine strikes again. Maine strikes again. And I'm like, yo, I hate when y'all be acting like this. Y'all be, like, real extra. But, like, this always happens. I don't even understand it. They be playing with me. So, you know how, like, somebody's trying to dance with you and you're not trying to, like, play them or embarrass them. So you kind of, like, do that half-ass two-step kind of dance with them. So I'm doing that. But she's like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That's how you're going to dance with me? Like, she was trying to, you know, she wanted her brother to grind on her real quick. You know what I'm saying? Like, she wanted her brother to grind on her real quick. But I wasn't warmed up yet, I guess. I just wasn't warmed up yet. And I kind of played her to, like, get back to my group of friends and just kind of rock out with them. And don't get me wrong, she was cute. She wasn't as pretty as the girl from the fall or whatever, the Italian chick. And that's not me having a preference for brunettes over blondes. So let's not start the Maine doesn't like blondes crap that I know is going to end up coming from this. This is the internet. But she was cute. She was a cutie. But she wouldn't leave me alone all night. So at one point, I'm dancing with my boys, and she comes up and dances behind me. And I'm going to be honest. I'm looking at my boys like, why do I feel titties on my back? Like, I don't even know what to call it. I'm looking at my boys like, yo, who got their titties on my back? Like, for real. Like, all I felt was some huge-ass titties on my back. And I turn around, and it's her again. And my boys, they love this kind of shit, because I'm telling you, this always happens to me. I don't understand why. I haven't had a shape up in like a month and a half. I'm looking scruffy. Like, I'm not even at my best. You feel me? Like, I'm really not. You feel me? You know how sometimes you know, all right, like, you on point. You look good. You on point. I felt like I looked like a bum, fam. You feel me? Like, I did not feel like myself when I go out. But I was dressed nice. You know, I always dress nice when I go out. So she comes up behind me and she's holding me from behind while basically shaking her titties on my back. And she's like trying to talk in my ear. And she's like, "What's your name?" So I said, "Maine." She said, "Where are you from?" I told her. She was like, "Listen, I'm not going to keep bothering you all night. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be real blunt. I'm married and I have a family, but I want to be with you tonight." And I looked over my shoulder like, what did you just say to me? And I may have smirked a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I probably smirked a little bit because I'm saying to myself, like she's cute. She's a really cute girl. Like, what you want me to say to that? You a really cute girl, but what you want me to say to that? Like, you literally just told me you're married, but you want to be with me tonight? I don't got time for that, man. I'm too old for that now. Like, maybe she expected me to be flattered by it. And maybe some guys will find that flattering, but for me, I just felt like, fam, I don't got time for that no more. And like, when I tell you she did not leave me alone all night, she would not leave me alone all night, fam. Whenever songs came out that were like about love or relationships or hooking up, she kept coming over to me and trying to sing the shit to me, grabbing me from behind, shaking her titties on my back again, singing to me and shit. And I'm just like, part of me is flattered that she's that interested, but another part of me is like, what do you want me to do? Like, yo, I'm not down for this shit. Like, you was married and you really going at me this hard. And her girls kept coming over to me apologizing all night. "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. My friend is so into you. She keeps talking about how sexy you are and blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, don't worry about it. You know, it's cool. She's just trying to have a good time. I'm sure she probably had a couple of drinks. Like, I'm not that cute. Like, she's just trying to have a good time, but I don't know what to do about that shit. You married. You don't take your ass home to your damn husband. Take your ass home to your husband. You trying to get me in trouble or shot or some shit. Come on, man. What do you do to that? What do I do? My boys are having a field day to this shit. A field day. And then they start bringing up the Italian chick from the fall. Like, yo, remember the last time we went out? Remember that girl? How this dude was buying her drinks all night. And then at the end of the night, she's over there rubbing on Maine's face talking about, "I want to go home with you tonight." Like, yo, what does this dude do? Like, what does he do? And I'm like, bro, like, I didn't even do nothing. I'm literally chilling, minding my business, fam. Literally chilling, minding my business. I don't even know what to say about it. Sometimes I feel like I'm socially awkward. So I don't really feel like there's anything about me that looks attractive while I'm standing in like that kind of environment. Like, I don't feel like I have that appeal to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like I come off very appealing. You know, I drove there by myself and I told my boys I would meet them there. But I still had to look for them. So, like, there's still that awkward phase of I'm here by myself. I probably look like a loser. People probably looking at me funny. And stuff like that kind of running through your mind while you're trying to find your friends in a crowd of, like, you know, 150 people. So I felt like I still kind of had that awkward energy to me. So I don't know why she was feeling me the way she was tonight, man. But let me tell you, this shit always seems to happen to me. I really feel like this has been happening to me like every night that I go out since the fall. And I don't get it. I don't understand it. And there's so much on my mind. Like, there's so much going on in my head right now. So I know I looked socially awkward. I know. There's just a lot going on in my head. But before we get there, we got to show some love to one of my Twitch sponsors, Lucid Sound. They make some super comfortable headsets with amazing surround sound. My headset is wireless and has 7.1 DTS:X. If you don't know what that is, it makes your audio sound freaking amazing, man. Like, I have played Apex Legends for the past 2 sub Saturdays on my Twitch channel. In both weeks, I'm literally telling people, like, yo, I hear footsteps. I hear footsteps. And people on my team are like, nah, that's me. That's me. Seconds later, somebody's getting shot. Literally, boom. Somebody's getting shot. Somebody's down. Somebody needs to be revived. And Maine has to carry. Psych. The point is, the headsets are amazing. The audio fidelity is just phenomenal. And not only do they sound great, but they look great too. Like, I'm going to PAX East next week, and we're going to talk about PAX East in a few minutes, but I'm going to be bringing my LS25s with me. As I mentioned to you guys before, I don't say this just to say it. I have multiple pairs of Lucid Sound headsets. They are that good. And with PAX East around the corner, I said, you know, maybe I'll do a little bit of vlogging, and maybe I'll need to edit. And these headsets are that versatile. They look great, they sound great, and you can use them for so many different applications. So not only can I listen to music while I'm winding down at PAX, but when I go home, maybe I'll record a podcast. But if I need to edit, I know that I'll have the right headset with me because these are my go-tos when I edit my content. So I'm pretty excited about that. And once again, you know, they look great. They don't look like a typical gaming headset. So in no way, shape, or form would you feel out of place or embarrassed walking around listening to music with these. So guys, make sure you check them out. The link to the website will be in the description below. And don't forget, you will save 20% off with my coupon code MaineMania. So hopefully you guys get those headsets, and I know you guys will love them as much as I love mine. That being said, we also have to shout out Humble Bundle. PC gamers, you will not find better deals on games. It's really that simple. They have new bundles every month where you can get multiple games in a bundle where you choose how much you want to pay. So for less than 20 bucks, sometimes even less than $10, you can walk away with 5, 6, 7 plus games. Like, the deals you see there are so hard to beat. And once again, as always, your purchases not only help support my content, but more importantly, also contribute to charity. So guys, once again, both links to Lucid Sound and Humble Bundle will be in the description below. On both websites, you can use my coupon code MaineMania to save money and to ensure you're always showing your boys some love while you're shopping for the things that you want to purchase. Now, as I just mentioned, PAX East has been heavily on my mind. And that's what we're going to talk about today, because PAX East was quite the experience. And honestly, PAX is giving me a little anxiety. You know, I'm remembering everything that happened when I first went to PAX East in 2017. You know, I wanted to go to TwitchCon. I had just started creating content, and I wanted to go to TwitchCon, but I couldn't afford it. You know, I couldn't afford it. I couldn't hit my donation goals for it. And so, you know, I wanted to go to a gaming convention and have that experience. I thought it would be a great networking experience, and I thought it would be great for my content. So I decided to go to PAX East since it's in Boston. And with me being in the New York area, I figured, you know, it's an easy drive there. I figured it would be more than affordable. I can drive there. I don't have to pay for a flight. And, you know, I'll be able to save a lot of money and still have that con experience. But tickets were sold out. Tickets were sold out for PAX East that year. And I could only get the ticket for Sunday. So I was kind of like, you know what? I need to have the experience. I'm going to buy it. I bought the ticket for Sunday before those sold out too. And I was talking about it on stream one night, and one of my followers told me, you know what, Maine, I'm going to be there too, and I'd love to meet you. I'm going to sponsor you to go on Saturday. I'm going to find your ticket. And I was like, bro, tickets are sold out. You're not going to find a ticket. And he was like, listen, I'm going to find your ticket. And lo and behold, he found me a ticket. He bought me that ticket, and he sent me pictures to let me know, like, come on Saturday. I got you, fam. So, you know, I was a little skeptical because I was like, damn, you know, I was looking for tickets myself and I couldn't find them. How did this guy find tickets? But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna trust in them, and I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go a day early, even though I don't technically have a ticket, and I'm gonna see what happens. So I drove up there by myself, and I kind of touched on this earlier, but it's always kind of weird going somewhere by yourself. Maybe not weird, but definitely uncomfortable. And literally, I get off the highway, I'm trying to find the convention center, and I see a taxi guy on the side of the road. So I asked him, I was like, excuse me, sir, do you know a place where I can park, where I can walk to the convention center? And I shit you not, this dude looks me dead in the eye and he goes, yeah, call a fucking taxi next time you want to ask me questions. And I'm like, yo, who the fuck do you think you're talking to? Like, I know people are rude in New York. I'm used to that shit. And I know New York and Boston don't like each other, but I also know they're very similar. But damn, for that to be the first thing I experienced being in Boston, I was really mad about it. Like, I was really mad about it. And I told the security guy at the door, can you believe this just happened? And he told me, he was like, yeah, man, the taxi drivers around here, like, they're freaking mad at the world right now. Uber is taking over. They're not getting no rides. They're not making no money. Like, they're really mad about this big Uber situation. And I was like, this dude literally just put me in a bad mood. Like, his attitude with me just asking a simple question of like, do you know where I can park so that I can walk to the convention center? He literally put me in a bad mood. You know how somebody just says something to you and you just didn't need that shit? I was not happy, man. I was so annoyed. And I was also worried because I didn't have the Saturday badge because my sponsor takes conventions really seriously, you know? Like, he was in like a tournament for a video game that he really enjoys, and he takes that shit super freaking serious, you know? And I told him, like, I'm here, I'm in line outside, but they won't let me in without my badge. Like, can you please walk to the door to give me the badge? Because I'm stuck outside. And he wouldn't walk to the front to give it to me because he was scared they would call him and they would forfeit him. So I'm stuck outside in the freezing Boston weather trying to get in with no badge. And I shit you not, I legit snuck into the damn convention. I probably shouldn't be saying this. I probably get in trouble. If the authorities, I was just playing. If y'all listening to my podcast. Nah, real talk. I legit snuck into the damn convention. I had my Sunday pass and I covered it up with my hand when I like flashed my badge to security, and he did not analyze it. Like, he missed that was the pass for Sunday and not Saturday. So I didn't cover up the full word. I covered up the unday so he could see the S. And I guess since he saw the S, I was trying to be slick. And the shit worked. So I ain't gonna lie, I was trying to be slick. He saw the S and was thinking Saturday and just let me go inside. But that was the Sunday pass, fam. I was in there. So here I am inside by myself in a convention with thousands of people, and I'm looking for this tournament room so I can find my sponsor and get my legit pass, because I wasn't trying to get thrown out and get embarrassed in front of everybody by security when somebody noticed that my shit said Sunday. I wasn't going to walk around holding the damn shit. So I finally found the tournament room, and I walked in and I introduced myself to my sponsor. Mind you, I did not have face cam on my channel up to this point. So he had no idea what I looked like. And I only knew what he looked like because he had a picture of him as his picture on Twitch. So I'm literally like scanning everybody's faces trying to like figure out like which one is him. Because it's, you know, the Twitch profile pictures are pretty small. But I finally think I found him and I said his name. And I was like, it's me, it's MaineMania. And he was like, oh, how the hell did you get in here, dude? And so I told him, and he was like, dude, you're freaking crazy. Are you kidding me? You snuck into a freaking con. What the hell? So he gave me my pass, and he introduced me to some of his friends. And like, honestly, him and all his peoples, like, they go to these things religiously. They be collecting pins and all kinds of trinkets. They compete in every damn tournament they can, trying to get as many medals as they can, to basically add to their collections. Like, I felt like an outcast. I'm gonna be honest. I honestly felt like an outcast. They were so hardcore about this con shit, while I was just here to enjoy the convention, play some games, and create some content for my YouTube channel. I actually participated in one of the tournaments with them. I joined the Goldeneye tournament after not playing in like 15 years, and I literally got smoked in the first damn round. Feels bad, man. Like, I thought I'd still have it. Nope. I got smoked in the first round. I felt like a noob. And I was a beast at Goldeneye back in the day. People could not kill me, fam. I was so good at that game, but the controls were so awkward. Coming from modern gaming and then playing on the N64 with those controls and then the C buttons to strafe and stuff, like I just couldn't get my movements down, man. I got smoked, fam. But anyhow, I was like, let me enjoy what PAX has to offer. And I was walking around, checking out all the different exhibits and meeting people and trying to introduce myself to people and checking out all the awesome cosplays around and checking out all the new games that were coming out, all the merch. And it was really cool. It was a really, really cool experience. It almost felt overwhelming at times. Like, there was so much to do, but I was basically by myself. It was either like be by yourself or tag along with my sponsor and his people. And these people are like hardcore about all this shit. And I'm just trying to like casually enjoy the con. So, it was kind of overwhelming. I kind of found myself tagging along with whatever they wanted to do versus kind of venturing out on my own, because there's thousands of people there and I know nobody, you know. Sometimes I feel like I'm not good at making friends, you know, like I look mad mean when I'm out, you know. That's why I said, like, earlier with the shorty tonight, I didn't think for 1 second that there was like an appealing look to me. I don't see myself being that guy that looks appealing and interesting when I'm out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look mad mean when I'm out, fam. Like, I'm always ready. You know what I mean? I'm always ready. And like, people tell me like I look mad defensive, like, you know, probably not very friendly. And it's because I'm not very friendly like that when I'm out. You feel me? Like, I know people may not see that side of me from my content because I'm so high energy and everything, but fam, I'm not that friendly. Like, I'm not the type of person you walk up to feeling comfortable to talk to. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm just weird like that, but it's just like, I'm just not that friendly. You know, and everybody grows up different, I guess. But we ended up checking out this one particular tournament that none of us was going to join. And my sponsor said one of his friends had some serious beef. And I'm like, wait a minute, is this a joke? Is this a freaking joke? What y'all know about beef? Is this a damn joke? And he was like, nah, for real. Like, this is some real shit. So I'm like, well, you know, I've been hanging out with you guys all day. I don't really know y'all like that, but at the end of the day, I'm with y'all. So it is what it is. Like, if somebody wants some static, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to say no names, but the person that had the beef was like literally just eviscerated by a huge YouTuber who was literally my favorite damn streamer. But I had no idea who this kid was. Like, I've never seen him before. I've never heard of him before. You know, like, I went to PAX excited that I'd run into and get to meet some of my favorite YouTubers. And I was looking around for every single one of them. Like, I had my eyes open, fam. I was looking around. I was so excited. But every big YouTuber I met and talked to, I didn't even know who they were. And they were some pretty big YouTubers, hundreds of thousands of subscribers, you know. But anyhow, my sponsor said, you know, there was some beef and his friend felt threatened. So I'll give you guys, you know, the quick gist of the story. Long story short, a YouTuber was trying to raise money to fly from California to New York for the official Nintendo Switch launch and be one of the first people to own a Nintendo Switch in America. And that was something they found really important to them. and they were trying to raise money through their community to do it, had donation goals and all that stuff. And they raised that money. But when they came out here, apparently they were spending money and telling everybody they're broke, and started telling everybody that they're stuck there. They can't get back home. They can't even afford a Switch because they have no money. So that was the story they told everybody. The YouTubers kind of banded together, felt bad for them, and they basically tried to raise money for this kid to be able to get back home. So a lot of YouTubers contributed to a fund to get this person back home, and basically they used that money to allegedly purchase a Nintendo Switch and then head to PAX East right after. So my favorite YouTuber basically live streamed with some other people involved in that line and basically exposed everything this kid did, lying about money and using people and for taking advantage of the community as a whole. And it's tough, man. It's tough because, you know, I hung out with this person for 2 days, and I could tell you I don't know them very well, but he was kind-hearted, man. He was kind-hearted, and he was extremely generous. Like, if you watched the live stream exposing him, you would think he's a horrible person, he's hungry for money, and all of that stuff. But I can tell you from him being in the group of people that I hung out with for my 2 days at PAX, money was the farthest thing on his mind. You know, like, I witnessed him buy people food. He really didn't care about money, and I don't think he was trying to prove something or trying to buy friends to have his back because he felt threatened. I just honestly felt like he was really kind-hearted, you know? Like, he was extremely generous, you know? As I mentioned, I was only supposed to be there for Sunday, so I didn't have a place to stay on Saturday night. I was hesitant to book a hotel or book a room because I wasn't sure if my sponsor was really going to come through. You feel me? So my plan was to go on Saturday and drive back to a friend's house to spend the night and then drive back to Boston the next day. But this person heard that I had to drive an hour, and he was like, "Are you kidding me, dude? It's almost 11 o'clock at night. You know what? Don't move. I'm going to call my Airbnb and see if I can get permission for you to stay tonight. Like, you don't need to be driving an hour right now. It's really late. I'm sure you're tired. We've been walking around and doing stuff all day." Like, this was the kind of person he was, you know? He was a really kind dude. And I ended up staying at his Airbnb that night. He didn't want no money. I offered to buy him food in the morning, breakfast. He didn't want nothing from me. He was just a kind person. And I felt horrible, man. Like, his YouTube career basically died because of one person. You know? It's hard for me to witness stuff like that. It's really hard. It's hard for me to witness stuff like that. I can't support that kind of stuff. You know, and I love my favorite streamer. I love his content, but I'm not a follower at the same time. I don't believe in that type of abusive influence. I love his content, but it doesn't mean I'm going to love and follow every single thing that he does. And I don't believe in that type of abuse of influence, you know. And I don't know the full story, but neither did he. Neither did he. And the person he exposed was getting death threats and everything, you know. And this person is a small dude. He's homosexual, and he had people saying all kinds of freaking homophobic things coming at him, and he had all kinds of people threatening that they were going to jump him. They was going to run up on him. They better not catch him outside. All kinds of stuff. And I checked out his YouTube page, and like just reading the comments, they were making the most disgusting and homophobic comments on every single video he had out. And it really bothered me. You know what I'm saying? Like, nobody deserves that, man. Nobody deserves that. His dude's getting threats. People are threatening to run up on him. And it's like, yo, you got to draw the line somewhere. You know? And this is all created because one YouTuber didn't like something someone else was doing and decided to expose him to his fan base. And the YouTuber doing the exposing had over 200,000 subscribers. But the person he was exposing only had 6,000 subscribers. Like, do you know what that does to somebody? This large YouTuber basically killed his YouTube career. Like, how do you not know you have that kind of influence over people? His whole community basically attacked this dude. And I just feel like you got to draw the line somewhere, you know? My first ever talk show that I did on my Twitch channel, I talked about a group of YouTubers that I met in New York. We met in a park, hung out with them. They were cool, you know? They were cool. It was a networking event, meet and greet. And it's a YouTuber that I really love their editing. And I'm, you know, you guys know how much I hate editing and I'm really bad at it. But I love this YouTuber's work. The cinematography is great. Their editing is great. And I felt like there was a lot I could learn from her. So I went out there to meet her. And I ended up meeting all her friends, which were basically a bunch of Nintendo YouTubers. And it was good vibes, man. It was good vibes. We hung out. And we even went out after together. We went to have some ramen. And while I was driving there, and a bunch of them were riding with me to the ramen place, and I had mentioned, you know, hey, does anybody know what's going on with that group that was affiliated with, you know, that small YouTuber that got exposed? And everyone went crazy in my car. Like, all I heard was, we do not mention that person's name. They have been eviscerated. They don't exist. That person does not exist. They are dead. They are dead to every single one of us. You should never, ever mention that name. Like, they were literally acting like they was ready to get out the car and walk. And all I could say to myself is, man, that sheepish mentality, it's disturbing to me, man. Because the small YouTuber was in charge of a local meetup group. And I was simply asking what happened to that meetup group, because the kid that got exposed was in charge of them. And he basically shut down his channel because of all the harassment he was getting after, quote unquote, being exposed. And, yo, these people got mad about it. And don't get me wrong, they were cool. They were young-minded and they were young. But they were cool. They were cool people. I had fun with them. And I would definitely hang out with them again. But just seeing how much influence this large YouTuber had on all of them and how quick they were to defend that whole thing. We do not mention that person's name. They have been eviscerated. They don't exist. I was like, damn. It really showed me influence and how much influence one person can have. And it's kind of scary that one person can have so much influence over so many. It's almost like you always have to make sure you're being socially responsible, because some people will follow you blindly. Some people have a sheepish mentality. They will follow you blindly, and you can get people to do some pretty messed up things. And like I said, they were threatening to jump this kid at PAX East. So here I am getting ready to go to PAX East 2019. And all of this is replaying in my head, this whole situation. And I'm once again going by myself. And the anxiety of meeting new people and having people to hang out with, you know, it kind of has me feeling a little uneasy. Like, don't get me wrong, PAX was a lot of fun and it was a great experience. And I would recommend everybody check out a convention. I tell you guys all the time, I really enjoy it. And I think you guys should definitely check one out. But I just wish I wasn't going by myself, you know? I just wish I wasn't going by myself. It's much different when you're by yourself. Sometimes you can't enjoy things as much when you're by yourself. It's kind of like watching a movie. You know, I've been doing movie nights in Discord with my subscribers on Twitch. And I feel like movie nights have been so much fun. We watch movies together, and I feel like I'm enjoying these movies so much more knowing that I'm watching them with friends. But sometimes you can watch that same movie by yourself and it's just not the same. And that's been on my mind. And I'm sure I'll get over it once I get there and get into my zone. But sometimes it takes me a while to like warm up to a new environment. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't get me wrong, I'm good on my own and I'll handle what I need to. But my energy is different when I'm by myself. You know, like I said, I think I do come off pretty defensive. I don't look very friendly. But I feel like at PAX, I feel like it's all about my content. And I need to make sure that I don't look defensive. You know, I'll need to break out of that really quickly if I want to get the most out of my trip. So it's on my mind. It's something I'm thinking about, and I just really wish I wasn't going by myself. A couple people on my stream team may be going. I've been trying to reach out and see if any of the New York content creators that I know are going, so I can kind of hang out with them and have people to hang out with and chill with. But haven't really gotten too many responses. So yeah, you know, that's kind of what's going on in my head. Let me know if any of you will be going to PAX. I'd love to meet some fans of my content. That's always cool. And also let me know what you guys think about this week's episode. Let me know what you guys think about my PAX East story. You know, are you guys comfortable being by yourself in a new environment? You know, do you find it weird to go places by yourself? Like, do you find it weird or just uncomfortable? Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys have an easy time making friends, or do you struggle with making new friends? Let me know in the comment section below, guys. I always look forward to reading your comments, and that will wrap up this week's podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter for updates. Make sure to check out my live streams on Twitch, catch up on my YouTube series, and stay true.